Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at GigaCloud technology. This was a stock analysis request from one of the followers, and I wanted to let you know that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now here on this chart we do have a bit of an odd structure development in the early stages. Now I choose not to fully invalidate a 5-wave structure, an impulse possibly developing in this area due to these developments, because yeah, if here I could say this is 1, this is a 2, a third wave up, fourth wave down, here a fifth wave could be a leading diagonal in a wave 1, then here again could be a 1, could be a 2, a third wave up, fourth wave down, and then here a fifth wave. This one looks actually even worse, but it is on a very small time frame, and sometimes distortions could be seen. They do happen at times, especially in such time frames. But yeah, here in this uptrend, and even if this doesn't work out in account as an impulse, I would still be tracking the same upside potential for now, especially. And yeah, here I am tracking right now a wave 1 up and a wave 2 correction here. Now this wave 2 does look fully complete and it seems ready to push in a third wave to the upside, but so far we haven't managed to form a clear 5-wave structure, and in that case I would need to do some series of 1-2 setups in this area. But before we get there, I do want to draw this as a 1-2 setup that I'm tracking. And in this idea of a 1-2 setup, I am looking to find support in the area between the $21.8 level all the way down to the $10 level. And as long as we hold above the $10 level, we can still track a possible third wave to the upside developing. Now, as I was mentioning, it is possible to track this as sort of a different pattern. And in that case, we may need to consider that, okay, this was an A wave up, we have here a B wave development, and then we are in the C wave to the upside. That would be pretty much the same structure. No, not really a big problem. But as long as we hold this area of support, we are still looking to form a 5-wave structure to the upside that would allow us to build this larger wave 3. And depending on the size of the third wave, we can determine if this was an ABC movement to the upside likely, or a 1, 2, 3 pattern that has developed. But so far we haven't even managed to form a new high, and yeah, we just broke out of the support zone. And in this area I have to say I am tracking a series of 1-2 setups. This is really the only way to still be able to track a possible direct breakout in an impulse in the wave 3. Now I suppose other patterns that would allow, or patterns that would form a leading diagonal to the upside in an initial wave 1 could still work out, but I would prefer those not to be the case. Now here in that idea, I am tracking the impulse as a 1-2 1-2 1-2 setup, then another 1-2 setup here, another 1-2 1-2 here, another 1-2, and yeah, this is the point where I would have actually been totally fine with this interpretation of also being a 1 2 3 4 5, so a full 5-wave pattern. This did have the right look, but yeah, it seems to be failing. Now we didn't break yet the support zone, did we? No, yeah, we did actually. We are just below it, so it is likely that yeah, this 1-2 setup will not hold, and yeah, I would have to zoom back out to the larger 1-2 setup in this area. And yeah, if this also fails, this ABC structure also doesn't work out and causes a break below the 78.6% retracement, the likelihood of this impulse to still form the third wave directly to the upside would falter pretty heavily. And if we actually break below the beginning of this supposed wave 1 to the upside at the, let's see, the $20.7 level, it would completely invalidate this scenario, and it would cause us to really fall back to different structures, because the impulse would no longer be valid. And yeah, it is a high threat that we will form another low within this wave 2 in that case. And if we actually check the larger time frame resistance from assuming this is an A wave down and we have here a B wave up, we can see that we topped at a 78.6% retracement, and yeah, in this case it is a pretty high threat that we may have topped in a wave B and that we could be in a C wave to the downside. And within this wave B, I could even say that, okay, this was an A wave up, a B wave down, and here we have a C wave up, correction complete, and we are now in a 1, 2, and this would be the third wave that could develop to the downside. And you may think, okay, but this is an ABC structure within the wave B. Couldn't this be a wave 1? And it could. It would be fine, but it really would need to be within a wave C to the upside in that case, which technically is fine, not necessarily a problem. But yeah, this third wave to the upside would not be the case. It would be an overall larger ABC pattern developing in that scenario. And I suppose I could give you a support zone for such an interpretation, for this something like a 1, 2, but it would pretty much line up heavily with what we have here in the larger time frame in the support zone here in white. And yeah, if you actually want to see it for a moment, we can draw it, but it would be an area of support for such an interpretation between the $22.4 level all the way down to the $14 level. Now, if we actually fail to hold the 78.6% retracement at this point, yeah, in that case, I would just look for the reset here in the wave 2, likely forming another low. I could even count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so a 5-wave structure to the downside. So yeah, it could suggest still another low in this area. But as long as we hold the $10.13 level, I am still open to this idea of having either a wave 2 or a wave B here, and then pushing directly higher in a 5-wave move to the upside, either in a wave 3 or in a wave C. Now, if we look, an ideal target normally for the wave C would be the 100% extension of the wave A that is below the 78.6% retracement. It doesn't need to get there, however, and it doesn't need to stop there. And yeah, even at the 100% extension, it wouldn't be full invalidation of the possibility to push higher. It would really be just an unlikelihood, and yeah, it would probably be better to shift to a different scenario, something like an ABC structure that has developed to the upside, and then look for this entire pattern as the wave 1, stretch the support zone. But yeah, this is not a setup I would personally follow, because yeah, it is from a 3-wave structure to the upside, unless there is some other very relevant information for the potential of this stock, of this company. I would be very wary of entering in such a position. And for now, I will remove this yellow support zone. You can take a look now and pause the video if you are interested in it. But yeah, for now, I am focusing here in the shorter time frame in this area of support for direct continuation to the upside in a 1-2 setup. And yeah, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.